Hey guys, welcome back. This is HD, and welcome to game number 3 from the GameCom Plantronics semifinals, featuring Sjow and, of course, Satiini. And it is a Terran versus Terran, bringing up the scoreboard because it is a little confusing when you watch a TVT and the colors just can get a little bit mixed up, especially if it's like red or orange or blue and teal or anything like that. So here it is. Sjow is going to be the red Terran at the 12 o'clock position. The map is Shattered Temple, and Satiini will be the teal Terran on the right-hand side of the map. And love it. I love Shattered Temple. It's been here for days and days, ages and ages. I actually am a big proponent of redesigning Shattered Temple. We should we should put in a little bit of a nice tile set in this map, just like how Belshire Beach got a nice little redesign. That would be very cool. But yeah, anyways, let's see what happens in this game. Sjow has certainly got a lot of pressure on his shoulders now. He has not been able to match Satiini toe for toe so far, and I just feel like he's been playing a good game, but it's just his execution, I feel like his strategy hasn't been all there. Like the proxy barracks for the two Marauders, for example. If he's going to use the proxy barracks for the two Marauders, that's fine. But at some point, you got to realize, hey, those Marauders staying there at the front door, it's a little risky. If you're going to leave him there, you make sure that you have your attention there in case Marines come out and they catch him off guard. And Sjow didn't. He didn't pay attention to those Marauders. He lost them, and it felt like to me, ever since that proxy play pretty much failed, he wasn't able to recover. Satiini was able to kind of take the game away from his hands. First game, Satiini just pretty much overwhelmed him in that one as well, and that one was a macro one. So I don't know. Sjow might have to figure something out here. One thing to note here is Sjow has not scouted. And this is something that Sjow didn't. He never scouted back in the old days of StarCraft 2. When StarCraft 2 first came out, he was a big proponent of not scouting. In fact, he was kind of controversial for it, believing in fact that scouting early on was a waste of resources. He felt like he didn't see anything useful, and even if he saw cheese, it wouldn't have changed his build order anyways. And it looks like maybe he's going back to his old ways, because he's not scouting here against Satiini, so he's not going to know where Satiini is originally, his location is at. In fact, now he's going to send his first Marine out to do that scouting duty, but that's the problem of not sending out a scout right away, because the other Marine will be out at that same time that Marine comes out, and it will be able to deny that Marine. So there it is. Sjow will be operating in the darkness here, and I can't think of a matchup that is more dangerous to not scout in than a mirror matchup. I really feel like mirrors are just the one where you're rolling dice, you're just playing Baccarat all day long. I don't even know if there's dice in Baccarat. I might be wrong there, but what game would make sense here? I don't even know. The game with the table in the poker rooms. Gosh, I can't even remember what it's called. Anyways, yes, it's like rolling the dice. It's like playing for your lives here, and we'll have to see if Sjow's going to be able to cope with that. I mean, it's total darkness for him right now, and he's had to invest in a Reaper. So there it is, a delayed Reaper coming out of his building, and that's like, well, if you weren't going to scout in the first place, well, now you're going to have to make the Reaper to send it in anyways to do that scouting duty. So yeah, he's going to see the command center. That's nice. And he will know exactly that, yes, there isn't any cheese coming for him, and he was right in going for the quick CC himself. So both players going for very similar builds here, and Sjow just going to have an edge on the timing of that command center. And in the back of my head here, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of game in a casino plays with dice, and I know it's going to come to me eventually. So just hang on tight, guys. I know people on YouTube and in the chat are probably saying blah 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 blah. So I do apologize, but just not heading up the casinos as much as I should, right? Sjow coming in here with 3 Marines. He is going to try to pick off that Reaper. The Reaper was pulled back beautifully. Oh my god. Even coming in there to take another shot before he nearly died. He's at 2 HP and he's going to be pulled back. And Sjow here just chilling at the top right-hand corner and waiting for that waiting with that Reaper. I'm not too sure what for, maybe just for another delayed scout. Meanwhile, there is a starport up for Satiini, who has gotten double gas. He's going to go right into Banshee play here as he swaps it with the Tech Lab. And let's see if Sjow decided to get a starport of his own. No, he did not. His starport is going to be significantly delayed here as he opened up with 3 barracks into the factory, and that could be a problem. All things considered, this is a spawn point that does feature air as a prominent type of unit because, of course, the distance is so close. So Sjow's gonna have to get a missile turret up or something, or hope to get enough Marines out and save up some comsat energy in case there's a cloak, as that Banshee is making its way out right now, but there is no cloak on the way. So I guess Satiini will not be going for the hidden effect on the Banshee, but Sjow, nevertheless, should get some Marines out, and yes, he does have plenty, as he's now at a number totaling 10 Marines. So 10 Marines, all with combat shields, not quite having stim pack yet, but it looks like Satiini probably won't do that much damage with this Banshee. We'll have to see. Here it comes, and it is going to hover in there. It's going to be able to pick off the SCV at the supply depot, and that will delay the capacity for Sjow. Nicely, too, as Sjow is at 52, under 54. He's going to pick off a couple of SCVs, picks off 3, for a total of 4, as he did get one at the supply depot, but he's gonna lose it. He tried to back up into the corner, and that's something we all try to do, hiding the Banshee at that top little corner up there. But for whatever odd reason, sometimes it just doesn't work, and that's why a lot of Terran players will just kind of stutter and dance out of those bushes because it's so risky. And so Satiini taking a chance here didn't pay off. And Sjow here starting to work out the rocks at the gold expansion with those D8 charges. And a lot of upgrades coming on that production tab for both these Terran guys. Tank upgrades for siege mode, stim pack, plenty of Marines, and even a sensor tower coming up for the Satiini as well. And no doubt he's placing that sensor tower up here. Watch the mini-map, guys. Once that tower goes up, boom, love it. I mean, that is total coverage over all potential airspace. This entire ravine is now covered for Satiini, and he doesn't have to worry about any airstrikes as long as he keeps his eyes on the mini-map. So we'll see if he's going to be able to keep air away. One little nice thing as this game is still kind of ramping up for both these guys, are both macroing, is there's a little bit of a rumor going around that some players were actually to train themselves to always keep their eyes on the minimap. What they would do is get a huge monitor and position it so their face was directly in front of the minimap, and then the rest of the game was up to the top right hand side of their peripheral vision. So they were always looking at the minimap, and their peripheral vision was looking at the rest of the screen. So I've heard some players do this. I don't know how effective it is, but it certainly would train you to look at the minimap a little bit more. So just a little fun, little random fact for you guys. And Sjow coming in here with his medevac. He will have 4 Marines, but the siege tank is just in range, shells up 2 Marines, giving him the business once again, and Sjow trying to find some kind of opportunity to do damage, but he's not going to be able to, just using the Marine as a rabbit right now to try to bait more Marines into the tank fire, but that's not going to happen. And here comes the medevac, and there is no sensor tower for Sjow, nor is there a missile turret, but Sjow does have reinforcements, and he should be able to deal with these Marines very easily. And yeah, he's going to be able to take that out pretty darn easily. So those Marines trapped against the refinery, and they will go down. Not too many kills, and the medevac will go down as well at the same time. Here comes another medevac from Satiini, though. How the hell did this get back to the back left of the natural? So Satiini's going to go ahead and stim up all these Marines. This could be devastating. There are no reinforcements here, and the worker count is taking a huge dive. 12 SCVs down so far. Nice play by Satiini, who was able to find an avenue to attack the back of the natural, and that just played out very, very well for the Teal Terran, who throughout this game really has been just doing a spectacular job of controlling his forces throughout the series, really. And one thing I'm trying to figure out right now is where was that army that was sieged up against the ledge here for Sjow? I'm supposing he pulled it back. Yeah, I think this was the army originally, so he did pull it back, supposedly picking off, I think, the medevac or the Marine or something back here. And so Sjow decides to kind of ease his foot off the gas pedal and put that right foot on the brakes a little bit, as he realizes he was just a little overcommitted, I think. And he could have easily been out-sieged, as he did not have the high ground. So he backs up, he decides to control the gold, and once again, every game in this series, I think, has featured Sjow from Dignitas grabbing the gold, grabbing the extra third, having more economy, or at least more bases, but still losing the game. And here comes Satiini, making another huge decision here, and dropping off 3 medevacs full of units into the Terran main, and Sjow could lose a starport. He's going to lose a starport. Reactor goes down as well, and Sjow is completely out of position. He's totally on the bottom side of the map. He's decided now he's just going to go for the base race. There's a very interesting development of events, and Satiini is ready for the base race. He's got all the SCVs ready to repair, but he doesn't have enough, and it looks like Sjow is just going to blast his way through. I actually think Sjow might have a larger force than Satiini, and yes, and it's just going to be a straight up TVT base race here. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in, because we could be in for a very nail-biting game here. Satiini is now blowing up buildings inside of Sjow's main. He's killed off the factory, or is about to. He's going to kill off a barracks as well. Sjow should just parade everything into the NAT before tanks can be allowed to set up from the reinforcements. And Satiini knows now that as long as he can hold on to the NAT, the longer he lives. So I don't know what Sjow is doing, because Satiini is being allowed to muster up forces at that choke, at the ledge. And so I really think things are going in Satiini's favor here, who is now struck in the gold as well, or stricken the gold for all the grammar policers out there. And yeah, it looks like Satiini is going to be able to kill off the orbital. Oh, it's on fire! And run, because the roof is on fire, and it's all going to come down. Sjow is going to be able to repair just in the nick of time. And this is such a close game now. I really don't know who's going to get the W here, but I think the edge has to go to Satiini, because he's got the Marines and tanks on this ledge. Look at that, that's impenetrable. How in the world is Sjow going to be able to break up that? I think Sjow just took his sweet time, and these forces for the last minute or so haven't been doing anything. They've been twiddling their thumbs like Ned Flanders, saying diddly squat, diddly squat, diddly squat, and they've just been standing there. That's a mistake by Sjow. I really think if he should have pulled it back to help defend, or he should have sent them into attack. Don't just sit around in a base race situation, because you know they don't call it base race for nothing. It's a race. And Satiini has carved a huge gaping hole in the middle of Sjow's main. There is nothing left there. There's no production. Sjow has had to rebuild production down at the natural, and now he's recalled most of his forces back home. Wow, Sjow just making a very, very large tactical mistake here, I think. And that was just not attacking through the NAT when he had a chance. And now he will be able to kill off the tanks here, but losing a large majority of his Marines in the process. And yeah, I just don't know. I don't know why he didn't run up this ramp and go for it. And now he's going to lose his tanks as well, and that could be all she wrote. I think Satiini is going to get the 3-0 here, guys, and those tanks are going to go down. So, yeah, and Sjow is just going to be kicking himself in the ass after this series. Not playing to the standard that I usually expect to see out of somebody out of Dignitas, and Sjow is, he's up there. So, wow, what a game! It's still pretty close in the Harvester tab, 30-26. Nice by Sjow right there. He picks off the Marines, and he's got vision of the high ground with that barracks. He could actually work his way back up into the main and maybe try to reestablish himself and reclaim lost territory. But I think Satiini's got different plans for him. He's got a lot of tanks here, plenty of Marines, and he's just going to move through. I don't know if Sjow's going to have enough reinforcements to deal with this. He does have depth in his siege line, though, and the depth may be able to hold off the Marines for a little bit, as Marines now going to go ahead and divert their attention over to the gold rather than the natural, and they will be able to pick off the gold. That gold is on fire, and it will go down. And now Satiini going to siege up, and Satiini is on all sides now. He's in all angles, just constricting and threatening to suck the life out of Sjow at this point. Sjow is essentially on the ER machine right now, getting all vital nutrients through a little tube through his belly, and I don't know how long the plug is going to be left in for. Might be pulled out eventually. And Satiini now going to drop into the main. Sjow is going for the last ditch attempt here. 7 Marines going for it. Will they be able to do something? No, they will not. And that's it. That's like a rejected hotline those Marines all received. And that should be it, guys. I don't think Sjow is going to be able to pass much there. And wow. Really sticking it in here. Oh yeah, pull the SCVs. I'm sorry. So we're gonna have one. No, actually, he's just pulling to rebuild. Okay, I thought he was gonna pull all of his SCVs for one last ditch attack, but looks like he's got his mind on other things, and he is gonna lose the tanks and the Marines that are at the center of Shatter Temple, and there it is. So Sjow GG's finally So there it is, and you know, Sjow just trying to stick it in there, trying to you know, make things work. He did actually have the back command center, so I do apologize. I didn't notice he had this back one, so he was still kind of in the game. But I really think the biggest mistake there for Sjow, when he was here and he was attacking, just leaving the units to sit idly by. I mean, either you pull them back and you defend your main, or I think the best plan of attack would have just been to literally attack and go for that base race. But he let Satiini build up on production facilities that were never harmed, and that was a problem. So there it is. Satiini takes it, and Satiini, coming out of Sahara, of course, is his team. Going to be advancing out to the grand finals of GameCom Plantronics. Very well done. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have semifinal B coming up next, whether you guys are tuning in from stream or YouTube. Much thanks and love to you guys for making this possible, and I'll see you guys in the next video. HD signing out.